Hey everyone, welcome back to some Oaklands. So first off, before we get started with this whole Dead Lives Vending Oasis machine, let's head on over to the walls here. We have the Dead Live Tribe wall. We have Dizzy Zombie, one Mangry Gamer underscore YT. I know there is an extra Y. Why, you ask? Because Roblox does not like just YT. It'll say violates the terms of service or whatever, the TOS. And last but not least, we have uh, Tessie? Uh, I want to say Tess, but I don't know if that E is pronounced or not. So, our newest Alive Tribe member. Just let me know in Discord. I sent you a private message to find out how you pronounce your name. That also goes with any of you when I'm in live streams. Um, because you know what? I mispronounce people's names. Speaking of live streams, before we get to the other wall, if you like anything, yes, anything on this channel, by all means, give it a thumbs up. Want to comment down below? By all means, do so. I do read them. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to answer, but I do answer those, and I appreciate them. Last but not least, if you, yes, you, have yet to subscribe and would like to, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and the bell. That will let you know when there is a video or a short to be watched, as well as live stream, because we did a short today about the machine. And last but not least, if you like to be on the wall over on that Delib tribe, that is joining and becoming a YouTube member to the channel. Just click on the join button. It does not join you automatically. It tells you all the perks that I give my members. So, speaking of that, if I get the right button there, okay, we have the last wall here. This is our super chat contributors. We have Dizzy Zombie that has contributed $25 when I've been doing live streams. Azura's up to 20. One Mangry Gamer underscore YT has also neck to neck with Azure with $20 there. XX Frank did 5. Married Mayhem, because you can't say the word married in here, did $4.99, and Voodoo WOTB gave us $1. So thank you all for supporting the channel, supporting me when I'm doing live streams. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you. So let's get back to this whole nice video. Um, I am going to do a disclaimer. This is just my own perception on logic. Yes, this would be in the logic series because we're dealing with logic. All this nice, joyful logic right over there. The other thing is there's no way I can make all this, or would I want to make a whole complete breakdown of the vending Oasis machine. Um, I'm going to try to give you tips in that in this video. If it's something you don't like, you don't have to continue watching, but let's dive in. This is a multifunctional donation machine. So with that being said, here is, oh yeah, I was like, what? I put that in there the other day because I had to see. Let's go ahead, property management. And the other thing too is this logic here would be more, I want to say more of the advanced. It's not like simple, opening, shutting doors, things like that. We will go into breakdowns of each of the things that I'll probably discuss, but it's going to be a big overview. Okay, so this is just a simple, this was our, what I like, isn't that interesting? Regular glass does not show words through. Ooh, So just use electrified stone. Um, that puts a little glow, but that you can see everything through. Um, but you can't stand like this, and I can't go like this. So I can't take a picture like that. It won't allow it. There's some little tidbits. Okay, anyways, back to my first prototype. This was when they did the update. If you ever want to see what the updates they got, just go down the bottom corner, the bottom left corner. I think I have my Oakland's little uh, stamp there. But it's down there. This will tell you the versions. This was the quick thinking update right there, the logic. They have done some little fixes here, and they've actually fixed things that I thought they broke. Might have saw that live stream when we were talking about making the game over there. Okay, back to this though. This one basically what it was is I had a duck here. If I wait too long, it is not going to, it's going to anchor. So let's go ahead and send cash, and it falls through, and another one comes out. It's a single, easy, simple dispenser of an item. You don't have to have it showing. You can just have it and then it places in front of it. So you wouldn't have to worry about doing all this with colliding, and you wouldn't have to worry about the issue I had with this one. But this was my little invention. This is how I wanted to create it. Simple things we had here were the number interface, a couple of delays, a relay, and of course the donator, and then um, we also had to have the ownership manager. You didn't need the collider. Um, and last but not least was the storage drawer. The reason why I am using storage drawers, not just putting like an area and I place one item, I didn't want to have to take and replenish that. It'd be easier for me to come over here and say, okay, I'm going to take all these and just place them inside here. As you can tell, I've got 151 ducks in there. Got a lot of ducks. Uh, so with that being said, I could come behind the scenes here. If we took, yeah, let's just go ahead and just disassemble this box. Yeah, we'll place it up like this, like that. Go down, down. Oop, that's a little bit too much. Wouldn't matter because of where we're at. Okay, still got it one above. There we go. That, if I did this here and here, I know the relay is in my outside of it, but here we go. Oop, got too far there. Oop, far one. There we go. That's down below. Let's just get up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right. So what I've done now is when you come up here, you just see the machine and the nice little platform. Behind the scenes, I might have a door, and then I could just plug in all my material. I don't have to stand out here and do that stuff. So this is a simple single dispenser. If you want to have 15 of these all lined up and you have it in a big building and you come in and fill them in, that works. Whatever you want. That's the cool thing about this game. A lot of people are like, why are you playing Oaklands again? Why aren't you playing, lumber? Why aren't you playing farming and friends or doors? Uh, why? Because of that creativity. This fills my imagination, my creativity of making a machine that doesn't exist unless I add these components. So that's why I wanted to start doing logic, because I know a lot of times people are intimidated by logic. And sometimes it's harder to take that grasp. So I want to make videos to where you're like, oh man, I don't. What's the difference between a relay and a sustainer? Or not a relay, a delay and a sustainer. They sound like they do the same thing, but why would I use one over the other? That's what I want to create in these series. So we are already at 10 minutes. I don't want to go over 20. But I wanted to give you a little impact of why I made this one. I made this one because one, I only have one donator machine here. Uh, and but I have a lot more components. I don't have any transmitter or receiver. So that my logic isn't like stored in the big monstrosity of a base there. But I will tell you now, if I did something like this again, once I move this, all your wires disappear. Yeah. So you have to go back in and connect every single one. If you're going to do something big, I would say find a spot that you can place on your base or in your basement if you've got that much money and you've got in a basement. Make your little room and be like the electrical room for my multi-vending machine or whatever. So you know what's inside. You can put labels, you can use signs to keep uh, so it makes it simple for you know what's going on in there. If you don't need any of that, cool. You want to cram it in this little box, cool. You do what you want to do. So let's go ahead and pull this apart. I'll show you first off what it basically works. We got 4 buttons. Got the donator. This is not a button. It is actually a sign. So, but see, if you put your cursor, it just says donator. I was trying to find out because see, you're not going to see donator here. Here you do. Up here it's a sign. Here's nothing down here, of course, is, but I was like, okay, we'll click and buy. Sometimes if you're moved the right way, it actually does say sign. But yeah. So it looks like it's not doing it right now. So that's cool. My buttons. Ready? Let's go ahead and push this one. It says $10, right? Look at that up top here. Apple, $10. If you looked at my little things here, I was trying to get it all empty here. Apple, $10. And my speaker. I got speakers also in this one. I don't have it in the one beside. Baby duck. Look at that. Baby ducky, 200. I will get into later on making bigger size font as well as the coloring with speakers. We will do just diving into probably a couple videos. We'll do a simple version and like a more of advanced version. Small bum. Push that one. There we go. Small bum. And last but not least, we got the meteor core there. Boom, meteor core. Now you see that one went over the top of the other. What happens is you got so many seconds that this little informational message is on the screen. So if I push all these in a row, boom, 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 yeah, they're going to show. I didn't get that one clicked or that one. So you're like, oh, why is this all a mess? The live, it's broken. No, it's not broken. This is just a informational message that goes above. I'll do this one over here, above the antennas of a speaker. So donate 10,000. Donation time, big bucks. See, it's right above that speaker wire. You don't see any speaker wires here, do you? It's because I got them hidden. All right, ready to, oh, and last but not least, let's go ahead and let's just go ahead and we'll do the small bomb. Small bomb. Let's go down to buy. 10,000 or 10,000, 1,000, send cash. Wait for it. Boop. There it is. But it's falling out here. It's not coming forward. How do you do this? What is this kind of magic? It is not magic. It's just logic. All right. And creativity from all of you. So let's go ahead and dive into here. I'm going to try to keep this around 20, 30 minutes tops. We're just going to briefly overview everything. I will probably break down this into segments on how to do things. Again, this is just my interpretation on how I wanted to do it. This box was smaller. It slowly grew when I found out I had to add other components. So that's why I try not to do the outer. I get things working like this. It's just all open. And then I would probably get this all smushed. But this again would have to be this width. It would have to be this, the depth of it because of where this extracts that. If I move this closer, it's going to empty it out further. Does that make sense? Storage drawer here, I'll show you. Right here. We got rocks, right? I'm doing this because some of you probably have never seen things like this. So let's go ahead and output. Let me stand on this side. Okay, ready? Output. Boom, it's right there. Ready? We're going to output another one. Boom, boom. It's all going right here. Doesn't go right here, doesn't go up here, doesn't go back there. It's out in front. And there's a certain range that it does. Um, that's how storage drawers works because you know what? Storage drawers probably weren't meant to do things like what I'm doing. Um, they're to hold items, not to dispense in a way like that. So let's go ahead and let's do all this. We're unboxing it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ho, ho, ho. Sit down and watch the show. Thank you though all for being here. I do appreciate it. You like this, like I said, just give it a like. Tell your friends about it if you want. Tell them about me. I'm fine with that. You can. Okay, that one's going to be a little tight because we got the other areas, but you ever looked at the side of a computer, how crammed everything is? This basically is like a computer. It would be a functional computer because it's doing multi-processes. What it's doing here. I mean, it's a cool little thing, but there you go. All right, you got to picture everything. You see how it all works? Okay. I want you guys to get this done. The homework needs to be turned in by next Wednesday. We want to see how many of you get that multifunctional vending machine by this. So I'll give credit out to typical developers because when they make different functions like this, they gotta see how it's gonna act, what we're gonna do with it. You know what? I have a memory cell here. Let's do F just to see it. So there's the memory cell. That's the memory cell symbol, but it's coming through on the bottom side of the relay here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the relay. There's a relay. So I have a relay and a memory cell stacked basic on top of each other. One side has that two input side, and the other side has the one. Here and there. As you can see, some of this stuff gets pretty cramped. There's that output. So this was put in after these. I have to move this. It's going to get rid of my wires. That's again why I said this will stay here for a while. I will probably take the components out or I'll make a double and then I'll store the components in. And when you push the button, it's going to send a signal into a building that's going to have this stuff. And then when you hit the donate, it's going to send a signal to do the rest. I will have to leave storage drawers here because you can't transmit that. So let's go ahead and we'll just give a breakdown of what some of these components are. Here's all my speakers. I have turned them upside down so where the wires would be this way. You got relays here, as well as a relay, a memory cell, relay, memory cell, relay, memory cell, relay, memory cell. Wait a second, Delight. Wait, relay, memory cell. You don't have that over here. That is correct, my dear Watson, because this is a single setup. When you push, oh yeah, by the way, this is all the things that you have in there. We have a delay, a number interface, a donator, a relay, a memory cell, an owner, an interact, a speaker, push buttons. We have the storage drawers, and that's like just the stuff that I put and made the storage drawers with. But yes, back to this about the memory cell. Okay, watch this. If we press, um, okay, let's go ahead and press this one. We press the apple. So the cool thing is I did my wiring like what my color is on the front. Red apple, baby duckies, yellow, small bomb, we got white, meteor, we got orange. Look, red, yellow, white, orange. Red, white, orange, yellow. You see in the little like things going on here? Orange, yellow. Wait, is that my own? Yeah, yellow. And over here, we got red and we got white at the bottom. Oh, right here, red and white. So I kept it that way and down here to where I know what is going to where. We're at the 20-minute mark, so I'm going to try to be a little less winded and show you some uh, breakdowns here. Again, like I said, for me to try to put this all together in 20, 30 minutes won't happen. It took me like 3 days just because I didn't have time. But the last component, I messed up. It was easier for me to move. When you move a component, then all the wires disappear when you move it back. So you got to move it, save it, you know, go out of it, and then move it back. Does that make sense? Like this here. Let's see where we got this one. That goes over here to this. If I move this number interface, that goes right down to this after this delay. Yeah. So if I move this, just one movement, right? See that wire? Ready? That's gone. Actually, it goes to this. So then I have to redo it. That is what would happen to this if I moved the whole machine. I don't think I could click on everything in one try either. So, do that. Let's go back to black. Let's go here and there. All right. So I thought I went here and then here. This one actually goes to there. But anyways, yeah. So this will stay, this little big machine, until I make probably, and maybe I'll do an updated video to show you that. But let's go ahead and go back to this. So here is all the interactors. Cool thing with interactors, I don't have to have them with um, the storage drawers. Because see, here's the interactor. You don't have to press them in. You can make them to show, you have the interactor here, and it could be doing something clear over here. Because they have that way for you to map your area away from the interactor. So I got 4 interactors there. Up here I got the 4 speakers that do a nice little display. They're upside down so you don't see wires. The little antennas out. For each button, so we've got 4 buttons. For each of the buttons, you're going to have that memory cell and a relay that you don't have over here. And the reason why is this, and then just like here, you're going to have 4 relays like this relay. You're like, okay, what about all this slide? Well, I can use this because when it does a signal, then it does it. There are certain things that you can reuse like this. You can't reuse a relay or a memory cell because if you push another button, it's going to activate it. So that's why they have to be on their own separate. So if you made a donator that had 1 machine and you wanted 8 buttons, you're going to have 8 memory cells. You're going to have 16 relays in total. And then, of course, 8 interactors, 8 speakers. If you did speakers, you can do 1 clear ownership. You can also do 1 relay. And that if you're doing to give it a little time, mine doesn't drop right away. It's sort of like, processing, and it takes a little over a second. And then my 3 is how long it does. It's a delay for the ownership. So over here, I think you can still see it. Is upside down, but I got like 1.3. So about a second and a half, second and a third. Last but not least, though, you also have the number interfaces that tell you would have 8 of those on what your prices are. Um, you probably could reuse. Yeah, I think you could do that. Let's see here. If I pushed 1, I think you could reuse, if say you had 3 items that were $200, I believe you don't have to get 3 separate of that. Might have to try it, but I'm pretty sure you can just keep that 1, because it's just giving the information here. It's not going to dispense anything. So basically what it is, when I press this button and I go down to, then I have to donate, it's telling it here. So it would tell you that. I did 3 different just to show you the difference and what you have to do. Let's see, got baby ducky there. All right. So I pressed the baby ducky, right? But right before I press the apple, that memory cell, what it does is, here's the baby ducky. How I have mine set up, the top one there is holding that 10. Now holding that 10 for me pressing that button. If you look over here, that memory cell is at 0. Our bomb is at 0, and our core, meteor core, is at 0. Now let me go ahead and press the meteor core button. Okay, so now our meteor core should be at 10 right here. See, it's at 10. Our ducky's going to now be 0. So it's canceling those out, because you have to, when you press this button, it's also going to send a signal. That's what my pink wires are here. It sends a signal to that memory cell saying, hey, I want all the other memory cells wiped out. So that's the reason why you have to have this multiple bunch of jumble wumble, I guess. But that's why you need to have the memory cell. It holds that first one in, says, hey, I got 10. Now the cool thing is when you push the donate, now it's going to send another signal to the relay, because that's actually what this one is, or the memory cell holds it, and it actually comes back and throws it on the relay. So the memory cell comes in here. This is the output. My output is going, because of my delay. Do I have a delay? There we go. Because my delay, it's going into the one top of the delay right here, because then we got the other. So one of my one relay is the bottom one. Why don't I have it at the left side there? Well, if you look at a relay, and this is why I want to break down this later into areas, because there's just too much to do for a half an hour video, and I'm about ready to be done here. Right here, the right input is higher than 0. The output will be the left. So what it is my right input is 10. Well, I don't want 10 to come out, because if you have 10 to come out and you press buy, you're going to get 10 of an item, which is actually good for you, bad for me. So that's why it's on the bottom. When I hit that donate is actually going to have a 10 signal here, but it's going to reuse a number interface that I've got, right? Is it right here? Yeah, right here. Number face interface right here. That I think this also goes into a relay somewhere. But anyways, I believe so, because this one goes here. Yeah, it goes up. There's a relay there, right there. It's saying, hey, I want, when this signal goes through, I only want 1 to be my signal. So it's going to send that 1, and that you can reuse for all of them, because you only want 1 item. That's if you want 1 item. Maybe you got a thing that says buy 5. So you might want that. Now, the thing though, if you do anything with multiple, you're going to have to change that cost here, probably with using a calculator. I don't have that with mine, so I can only tell you about what I have. But back to that memory, when I push any of these buttons, because you can only push one button, it's going to cancel out all those other memories. So Baby Ducky's 10, nothing for the core, nothing for the apple, nothing for the bomb. So then that last thing through, when I hit the buy, it's sending that other signal to my group here, which would be my relay. And then it's saying, oh, hey, look, we're both above 0. I'm going to take that left side, which is 1, and it's going to pass it right down into our interactor, as you can see right here. Straight to the interactor, it's going, hey, you know what? I got 1. Boom. Interact with our box, and out comes the bomb, right? So let's go ahead here. We got a bomb. Let's buy it. And boop, there it is. So you're like, okay, but where is the boxes at, Delive? You showed me them storage boxes. What do you have them? Are you ready? Let's just take this apart just a little bit more. Why is there we go. Pull that out. I got a second one because I started with white and I want to trim, and then it ended up being black with white inside. There we go. All right. So underneath this little grate thing here, there's a storage box or storage drawer. There's a storage drawer. Here's one. I don't have them all on top. I have them out just a couple. So out here, here I had the front one, and my other one is tucked away in there. I wanted to have some kind of access, so then when I needed to go ahead and say put more bombs in, because I got 2 bombs here, go ahead and click on that storage drawer. I know it's that one right there. I'm going to go ahead and move it to a 1 because it's a lot easier to place it back. So we got 1, 2, 3. Hit E. There's my small bomb. I got 26. You're like, but Delib, you just moved something. All the wires are going to be gone. There's no wires attached to the storage drawer. So let's go ahead and place that back. Now we have 28. So right there's the top. 1, 2, 3. And it's back where? Now here's the thing. When you're messing with interactors, take your time. Because like right now I'm in the movement, and that's okay because we could move an interactor, but then I'm going to lose my wire. But the cool thing with the storage drawers, another kudos to typical developers, they don't lose. The storage drawers can be moved, but with an interactor, and I've got a little here, so that was our bomb. So here's our interactor. This is where you want to be careful. If you wanted to move this, make sure you're in that property up above and you're in there before you hit F. I don't know how many times I've went in here and I went to move it and I hit F and I clear my region. Your region is the area when it's not attached to something like this, not poking into it. So let's define it and I'll show you where that's at. So defining is going to show you right where I've got it originally, right there. I have it just in a small little spot. It's not going to be touching any of my other boxes. It's only a couple thick because it's that little bit of area I have sticking out here. I'll show you right there. So I have it out 2. I only go in 1 because I don't want it touching any of my other boxes. If I had it touching the boxes, what's going to happen? Those boxes are going to admit that item as well. So these are the things you got to think of. And it's try it, test it. That's where you find the bugs. I had all this done and then 3 items came out. I'm like, wait, what? And I found out I had to add everything. So I hope this helps everybody. I know It's not me showing you exactly how to do it, but it's talking you through on why I have created this my way. We will break down each individual item later on in our logic series to show you how it works and how to use it. So then if you want to do this, and the other thing is you're by all means put them in comments below. I'll try to do the best to answer them. Maybe we will write them and maybe I'll do a live stream with just logic and it'll be a Q&A, a question and answer. I'll do my best to answer what I believe the logic does. I'm not a developer for the game. You would have to ask them if you want the exact of how something works. I'm just a player like the rest of you. With that being said, everybody, you have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember, get out there, do those things that you enjoy and make you feel good inside and put a smile on your face. Because all of you here, you know it. You put a smile on mine. All right. Take care, everyone. Don't forget. You? Yeah, I'm talking to you. You're amazing. All of you. We'll see you real soon. Bye now.